What's up, everyone?
Yes, hello. My name is Avela, and who is this?
My name is Strike. I do Star Wars.
Yes. And today we are doing Jedi Survivor.
That is correct.
Or, well, not, but we are talking about it.
Yeah, we're not playing Jedi today. So.
Yes. I'm actually playing right now close to 100%, but I will be listening.
Very well.
Very nice. Good to have you here. And yes. So we have already finished, or not completely finished the game, but the story took 2 days to play through it, and now we're like
completing everything.
Yeah, we're pretty close to having 100% on all of the planets.
Yeah. Pretty much it's just Kobo and Jeddah. Yeah.
A little bit. I mean, those
some
are the
small
biggest
bits.
ones.
Yeah.
But... Yes. So the first part of the stream will not have any major spoilers, so no, we're not gonna talk about like characters or story points or anything like that. I mean, obviously there's gonna be stuff about the game itself, sort of. So if you don't want to know anything about the game, then why are you here? So, but yes.
But if you don't want to get spoiled, stick around for the first half.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you want to get spoiled, then watch the entire thing.
Or if you've just played the game too, then just hear our thoughts.
Yes, or if you don't care.
Or that.
Yes, and even if you haven't played at all, I think we'll give enough context so that you'll still understand what we're talking about, hopefully. And yes, where should we start? I have some notes, but they're very messy, so anyway, and obviously anyone who is watching, and if you want to be part of the discussion, then just put in some comment. That's how a live stream works. Anyway. Yes, so the first, like I started doing notes at some point during the playthrough, and the first thing I wrote down was killing so many animals. Sad.
Sad. Yeah. That's definitely a thing.
Yes. So, I mean, we saw that from, was it in the trailers or was it in some of the like?
Was in the trailer / like
the
gameplay trailer. Yeah.
Yeah, where Cal just sees chicken and Cal just kills chicken. Yes, but there is actually still a fair amount of animals in this one that are friendly, and that you can interact with. Like very cute squirrel thingies on Kobo. I remember the name of them, but yes, they are very cute. And some other ones that you can ride on or fly with. So there's like different sort of, I guess you could call it a game mechanic almost, because you need those to complete certain things in order to get to some places. So I did like that, but also I still don't like that we have to kill so many animals. They just like instantly attack you, like you don't have a choice, you can't go around or anything. Yeah.
I agree. I mean, that's one thing that I've sort of like criticized about like even Fallen Order, was like sort of the whole like confrontational interaction with like just normal animals, because like, I mean, yes, we're not during the time of like the Jedi Order anymore, but I mean, still like Jedi are supposed to try to be non-confrontational, especially towards like nature and, animals that don't necessarily think like, humanoids, that aren't people. And you're supposed to be, like, even if it's in the nature of an animal to probably attack you, you're supposed to, sort of try and like, then, go around or like divert its attention somewhere and sneak around it or something, like just something that doesn't make you need to kill it. Because yeah, in some places it definitely seems a bit like blatant, in which Cal is just supposed to kill the thing without really a second thought. So yeah. Like, I mean, there would be no issue there if it was, a bounty hunter game, and like, yeah, I mean, they probably don't give a damn about the animals, but like, especially as a Jedi, I feel like there should, like, it feels a bit out there in the sense of how many animals he kills or has to kill.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously it's a game, so you need enemies and...
Right.
Yeah, and I did also write down that it was still nice to see that also the animals were fighting the raiders and the Imperials and stuff, so it's not just
No, for
Cal.
sure. But still, like, sometimes it's a bit too much.
Yeah.
Or at least I'd say like there should be sort of an option to try and de-escalate.
Yeah.
I mean, sort of something similar to there's a game mechanic, like a skill that you acquire where you can like confuse enemies and then they fight with you. I mean, essentially that, just, you know, them thinking you're friendly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe next time.
Yeah, so then you can, if you want to kill a lot of things and have a lot of fighting, then you can fight them, but if you don't want, then you don't have to. But yes, that's a very major, or not major, minor thing. Yes, and I do think that the designs of the creatures are all pretty nice and make sense, I think.
Well, you mainly like it because there weren't really any spiders.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so if anyone has heard what I have to say about Fallen Order is that I am not able to play that game because of the amount of spiders and amount of jump scares. And I mean, with this one, there's the, I don't know what they're called, but
Yeah,
weird
mantis
things in
sort
the
of
ground
thingies. Yeah.
that jump and yes.
Yeah.
They have scared me a couple of times, and usually I'm not the one playing. Oh yeah, we should have maybe also said that I am usually just sitting here and watching him play, and then if there is a part where there definitely won't be any scary things like those, then I will play.
Then she will be brave enough to play. Yes.
Yes.
Because if she plays and it's like a part where there could be jump scares and then there is a jump scare, every individual around her is in danger. Especially one time she almost punched me in the face because she got so scared.
Yes. I like to throw every shiver pit off a cliff or scary, and that is the right way to do it.
Yes.
And oh, hello. Beating on playing this. Yeah, I would recommend. Like,
yeah,
it's a good story and it's a good game.
Solid experience, yeah.
Yeah. Just watch out for spoilers because there's a lot of things that can be. There's not just one major. There's like,
yeah, there are a couple things.
Yeah, many major ones.
No, but I definitely enjoyed this.
Yes, and as like a Star Wars game, it also really works.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, and then the next point that I wrote down was that all the customization is making me wish that there was like a Red Dead Online style game for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, we have also before said many times that we would like something like that. But yeah, just the amount of very cool cosmetic stuff in this game is just like making you imagine all the cool things you could customize.
I mean, that's definitely one thing they took from Fallen Order and really, enhanced the experience, because I mean, you could only like customize the poncho in Fallen Order, and this you can really like go nuts. Like there are a lot of, and actually like also just a lot of really cool outfits.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's definitely a lot to choose from, a lot of stuff that looks cool. So that was definitely an upgrade from Fallen Order.
Yeah, I really like seeing how everyone else like is doing their Cal, like what they look like. With ours is like we haven't changed BD at all. Like we left him as it is, and then the lightsaber we for the entire playthrough like almost
pretty much not at all.
No, we just changed like the grip and stuff, but it still was the
right. The emitter and stuff. We left the Jara Tapal style.
Yeah, and then I mean the hair. As soon as we saw the like long hair, it looks like your hair.
I mean, it's pretty much this hair. Yeah.
Yes. So that's what we've gone with, and then away with all the beard.
Yeah, shaven.
Or it's not even beard, but
stubble.
And then well, you're gonna see a picture of our Cal later, but yeah, I really like seeing how everyone is customizing their stuff. Yeah,
but now that we finished the story, we kind of now sort of went a bit more creative, nuts on the lightsaber. I actually think it's really cool now.
Yeah, there is a lot of different parts you can do, and you can find like some lightsabers from different characters and stuff. So
Yeah, no, the customization options for the lightsabers are definitely one of the coolest aspects of the game. And also the blasters.
yeah, not playing the game, but watching a few playthroughs. I mean, that's almost like me. I mean, I mainly didn't really play
Yeah.
most of it, just small parts. But yes, it's also good to just watch it. I mean,
Yeah.
the cutscenes are.
Yeah, no, the cutscene. I mean, that's also something that I noticed about this, because I like Fallen Order. I didn't end up actually playing it. I also just watched the playthrough with no commentary, just to be immersed. Because I don't know, for some reason, like in Fallen Order, I didn't like the fighting mechanics. I mean, they're not really that different from this one, but in this one, for some reason, I like them better. Maybe it's because of the different stances. I don't know, but one thing that I noticed about the cinematics in general was like the movement of the camera. Like the cutscenes are like have the style of a live action, film or series. Like the way it's shot, it's like mimicking live action, which just makes it more immersed. I mean, that's what I really like about it, because it does feel like sort of a story that could be a movie.
Yes.
So
And yeah, this is like the best combo there is.
definitely.
I
Yeah.
wanted the mullet, but I wasn't allowed.
No, it was a mohawk mullet. It wasn't a
No,
mullet.
it's a mullet.
Or a mullet, yeah, but yeah.
Next time.
Next time.
Yes. I guess we could. Yeah, I mean, you mentioned the different stances. So
Mhm.
there is the single blade, which is pretty self-explanatory. Then there is the double blade.
Darth Maul style.
Then there is the dual and blaster plus single blade, and then there is the crossguard.
Yep.
So as the very big game master that I am, I haven't even really played. I don't think I can say much about this, so I will let you take this point.
So for the entire story, pretty much, we only played with the single stance and the double blade, like dual wield stance.
Yes.
Just because, like, if I would play a Jedi character, I would be boring and just want a one blade. But I also like the dual wielding stance. So, and that was also really fun to play. It's just basically like very fast attacks, but not that much damage. But you're fast, so I like that. The few times that you play, because there are sometimes challenges where you have to play with a specific stance, and I mean you learn all of them. I think after those, double bladed would probably be my third favorite. That was also really fun to use whenever you had to or got to. Blaster stance, at least on our end, for PC, was broken, or it's supposedly it can work if you don't change any of the keybinds, but I always change keybinds to my liking.
Oh, we should also mention that we're playing on PC.
Right, we're playing on PC. Right. With keyboard and mouse. So and then there was something about, like, they said something about that, yeah, at the moment, if you change keybinds, then the blaster stance is broken, which means you literally can't shoot the blaster, which defeats the purpose, so we didn't use that one really at all. Yeah. And the crossguard we will just not use.
Explain why.
I don't like the sequels. And the crossguard is stupid.
Well, I mean, it's also because it's like really slow.
Right. I mean, on sort of on a good note, in terms of I'm not just doing it out of protest. It's like sort of like the style of it, like it pretends to be a claymore, which I don't know, for anyone who doesn't know, it's like a very big sword, like a two-hander. And like he's like acting like it's really heavy and like big damage but very slow movement, which I have a hard time accepting that, and even as a gameplay feature, because it's so stupid, because lightsabers don't have different weights.
To make it different somehow.
No, I get it, but it's stupid. It's just, yeah, so I didn't miss a lot.
Yeah, I have a hard time like believing that anyone would really enjoy that's too much because you are like actually slow.
Yeah, like it's slow. You're probably open for counterattacks pretty devastatingly, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just me. But yeah. So we pretty much mainly played with the single and the dual wielding stance.
Yes.
But that was really fun. Also, switching in between stances in a fight is really fun.
I don't even know how to do it.
I have like two like buttons on the side of my mouse, so I can just switch them really quickly with my phone.
I just want the single blade.
Yeah.
It's weird to see Cal with anything else.
Mhm.
Yes. But I think that's enough said about those. But yeah, I think it's like fun that they included like different choices with
Yeah.
that as well.
And even though one last thing, and even though we couldn't use the blaster stance, or at least not yet, you can also customize your blaster, and there are a lot of actually pretty cool customization options for the blaster. The only thing I wish is that you would actually get the option to pick up like original parts kits, like for instance, like a DC-17 clone pistol, or
Yeah,
something
any
original,
existing-
or like like deal 44 or something.
Yeah, because now everything's pretty much like new.
Right, exactly. Everything is
Because
like
I mean, it has to fit together, and like
Yeah.
there's 3 parts, and then you can like take any part you want.
Yeah, like the grip, the
yeah.
base, and the barrel, like you can exchange. But yeah, it would be nice if there would be some options where it's just a set like original design blaster. Yeah, maybe ideas for the future.
Yes. So then the next point is that the music is fantastic. Once again, I really like the music in the first one. Eno Cordova's theme is like one of my favorite scores in Star Wars, like ever. It's just very nice, and it continues here. Especially really like the Kobo like theme, I guess, or I don't know if it has a name, but that one. And then also, I mean, you can. So Greece has this cantina, and then you can like you find this DJ robot thing, and then you can buy different music or find different music, and all of that is also pretty cool.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yes, I agree. Some of the songs you get access to are pretty meh, but some of them are pretty good.
Yep. I agree.
Yes.
And then also you can do these like bounty missions, and during those, and the like Django.
Oh
music.
yeah, it's literally like when you fight bounty hunters, like because that's part of sort of the side quest story. Like it just plays, the theme on Camino when like Obi-Wan is like after Django, and when Django and Obi-Wan fight, and it's so good to hear that in a video game. Like the last time I remember, and I didn't even play that game, but I mean that theme plays so often also in the Bounty Hunter game. So it just feels very nostalgic because it's literally just that theme, like throughout the fight, and it's glorious. I love it. The Bounty Hunter quest, we're gonna get into that later, but was probably one of the favorite aspects of the game.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So there's like obviously the story, but then there's these sort of side quests, kind of.
Well, I mean, it's usually rumors. Sometimes they lead into quests. Sometimes they lead into dungeons.
Yeah, so there's like not only the story, like there's other stuff besides the collecting everything and scanning everything. So I think there's also like an improvement from like the first one, because here after we finished the story, it was like, oh, we want more, and then there was more with the first one. You were just done, and you could go back obviously and find stuff, but yeah, in this way it's way more fun, I think.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
I agree. And I mean, it's also, we pretty much played through the story first and then started exploring, and that doesn't really spoil anything, but yeah, I would definitely recommend that also for anyone who like now ends up playing it, just because like for a lot of exploring in the map, you need skills that you acquire through the story. So you might, if you start exploring like throughout the story, before you finish it, then you might get stuck in some places, and then you have to return to those places later.
Yeah, or then if you just want to play the game longer, then you can do that.
I mean, yeah, good. I mean, if you want to play it longer, you can do that. But if you don't necessarily want to return to every place again, yeah.
Star Wars Obsession got the collector's edition, or whatever edition, but Anakin's lightsaber parts to use.
Yeah, I think if you pre-ordered that the whatever edition, yeah, then you got like also
Or the
outfits.
deluxe edition maybe, or
Yeah, something. You got like
That's
Luke's
probably
and
more.
Han's outfit, and yeah, Luke's lightsaber came with like, well, episode 4 lightsaber
Oh.
parts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty cool, but also I don't think we missed that because
No, I mean I also
prefer
just
Cal to be
I
Cal.
just don't pre-order things.
I do sometimes.
Nah, games is just see how it works. Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, was there anything else? Yeah, then there was. So I guess this is also. If you really don't want to get spoiled about anything, then you can just leave. But this is pretty quick. Or as soon as you come to Kobo, you get this like the cantina. So what was this called? Pyloon Saloon.
Pyloon Saloon.
Grease's like cantina, and then you can recruit a lot of different people throughout that you find in different places, and then there's like extra stuff. So you can do some gardening.
Yeah.
I really like the gardening. You don't like the gardening?
No, it's not for me.
Yes. He planted a lot of seeds and it looked really ugly when From now on I'm the gardening.
She's the
master.
gardener.
Yes. I'm glad I didn't get any special edition, especially after Fallen Order's limited edition.
Yeah, walks out the door. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for sort of this type of game, I actually don't really play. I prefer like online games. So yeah, but for these type of games, I don't really see the benefit of pre-ordering something. But like I pre-ordered Battlefront 2 because I wanted, I guess, just everything you could get. I don't know. I don't remember what there was even, but yeah. Anyway, what was it? Yeah, Pyloon Saloon. Anyway, the gardening. Yes, I really like it. I think it's very cute, and I can make a nice garden. I will have to delete your garden. It is ugly. Just put like the same plant in the entire thing.
Hey, I just want to complete the garden so I can get my chest.
You can at least try to make it look a bit nice. You didn't even notice there's like medium plants and big plants. You just put like small plants everywhere. Yeah, so you can do that, and I guess you probably get something, or you get something. We don't know what. We haven't looked it up because we want to see ourselves. Yeah, do you actually get benefits? Yeah, you get like something at the end.
Yeah.
But we don't know what. But it's just like a nice thing. And you can like, it's another collectible, I suppose, because you can collect the different seeds because you have to find them out in the nature. Yeah, and then there is, what else is there in the saloon? There's the holotactics. So, can you explain holotactics, please?
Holotactics. So there are like in general like quite a few people you can recruit throughout like your exploration of Kobo. You can recruit people to come to Pyloon Saloon and sort of enrich the saloon with their presence. So like the DJ droid, like you find them somewhere and then they're in the cantina. And like also holotactics, you find them somewhere and basically then like you can challenge other characters there to play this holotactics game. It's pretty much just like a holotable, and on one side the one enemy has like a lineup of like enemies, and you have like a limited amount of points, and every enemy has like a certain amount of points, and then you can yourself put I guess soldiers of your own there, and it's all the enemies that you've scanned after defeating them. So for instance, if you start playing holotactics when you've only like, I don't know, like defeated a few enemies, then you only have those few enemies to your disposal. But if you like different types, like for instance, purge troopers or like bedlam raiders, battle droids, even going up to some of the beasts and then ATST. So, but yeah, if you haven't defeated those yet, then you can't use them. So,
Nice.
But yeah, you can win some stuff that's more or less nice, but yeah.
Yeah, and there's like, I guess, different, not really difficulties, but some you have to win 2 then rounds, and then some 3, and then some 4. And the annoying thing is that if you lose, then you have to start over from the first one, which is like a bit annoying, especially with the ones with 4. And also because it's a bit random at times, because even if you put the same characters, they might like miss a shot or something.
It's very random sometimes. Like you might win with one, like with a specific formation one time, and then you do the exact same formation another time, like same placement, same troops, and then one of them just suddenly does something different, and that is like a bit annoying because but anyway.
Yes, I'm good at horde tactics. You are.
I'm very bad.
Yeah. No, not very bad. You learned a bit in that.
No, I mean there is a way to really cheese the game, but like when you don't try and play it logically, just cheese the game.
I did good.
You cheesed the game.
No,
it was also cheesy.
No.
Okay.
It was not.
It was not.
I was master.
Okay.
Yes.
Cheese master.
No. I will kick you out of the stream very soon.
Oh no.
Yes, and then another thing is that you can find these, like, what are they called? Fractured
tears?
Tears.
Tears.
Or tears. I don't know.
I actually don't know. Yeah.
And you can find them, and then usually it's like a fighting challenge, so either like a specific enemy type or then a specific stance you have to use.
Yeah. Or it's parkour.
Yep. And it is very difficult parkour because there's these different, I'm gonna not say exactly what they are because they kind of spoil some story things, but different kind of mechanics you learn throughout the game that allow you to do some parkour stuff kind of. And these are in the challenges, and they are pretty difficult. I couldn't even get past probably the first jump. Remember that one time I was like, I'll show you, and then I like fell down in the first part.
Yes. I've only managed to do one, and that was a real pain too.
Yeah, that one wasn't even really, it was like a parkour sort of.
Yeah, but it wasn't the same setup like the other ones.
No.
Yeah.
You just had to be lucky with that one. It was like very random.
But yeah, they're like on the verge of just really annoying.
Yeah.
And it's also like you have to redo them like completely if you mess up.
Yeah, there's no checkpoints. And well, some of them seem to be very long. We don't know because we didn't get very far.
Right, but they look very long.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like I don't know. Like I like the sort of parkour mechanics on the planet, but those specific parkour sections are really not why I'm playing this game, and they're really annoying.
You were ready to throw out the piece out the window.
Yeah, that was probably honestly the only time I was like, okay, this thing's going out the window in a second.
Yes.
Yeah. Fix the parkour.
Fix the parkour.
No, I mean, and that's also something that I guess we're probably close to going into the story discussion, but
yeah, soon.
But about the game in general, obviously we played like right when it dropped, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're all playing on PC. It definitely had a lot of frame rate issues and
just
performance issues in general. Yeah. Mainly when entering a new area, then it
at least for us, that's
right. That's sort of where we had problems. It got better after a day. They had, I think, like a first small patch, and then it felt definitely better.
Yeah, and also we didn't have like major issues compared to some other people from what we've heard.
Yeah.
Like the first day we had to, like, the cutscenes especially were really lagging, so we had to like
usually pause the game, and then just
let it load.
Let it load. But overall, from what I heard from some other people, I guess our experience was actually pretty civil for when it comes to PC.
No worries. Welcome. My game crashed and had so many.
Oh no.
Yeah, we
Okay.
actually haven't really had any like bugs. I
Yeah.
don't think, but
Enough.
we've had like 3 crashes. I think no, 2 actually only.
Right. Yeah. 2. Yeah. But yeah, overall, it was really not too bad. But yeah, it was definitely noticeable and getting kind of annoying on the first
Yeah.
day when.
But your PC is also not like the highest of high end, which is
Well-
seemingly the ones who have had the most issues.
Yes. I mean, it's also not a shitty PC. Otherwise,
No.
then it would not have ran this thing at all. But
No, obviously not. I'm not trying to diss your PC.
PC puncher. But yeah. So overall, we actually had a good time, sort of immediately jumping into the story.
Yeah.
There were a few things here and there, like for instance, like more recently, like some things seem to be a bit bugged. Like for instance, like a double jumping a wall. Like sometimes it just doesn't work for no reason at all, and then like it's really just keep trying over and over, and then some point it just randomly works. But yeah, overall, I think we didn't really have too many bugs at all.
Yeah.
I think the hollow map probably had the most bugs for us. Like some things that show up that aren't there anymore, or
Yeah,
some
that's
things.
true.
Yeah, that's probably the main thing where we had some bugs.
On like 3 different occasions, boss battles wouldn't activate where the final bounty hunter fight from cage. Okay, that's interesting. I haven't heard that one before.
And yeah, definitely didn't have those problems.
Onki had a few. One was really bad though. It's part of terrain on the array tower of Kobo. I got stuck on a rock and I was soft locked. Lost 38 minutes of collecting. Oh.
Damn. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. Like, that's where we were in the forest area yesterday with the. That was really laggy for us though yesterday for some reason. With the like particles.
Oh, yeah. No, that's true. Yeah.
Oh, hello. And yeah, so far we haven't talked any spoilers. We're gonna go into that in like about 10 minutes or something. But yeah, you can go back and watch the beginning if you want. But we'll say when we're getting into spoilers. I'm gonna put up a sign on the
sign.
Yes, you'll see.
Okay.
You'll see my sign. Yeah, we saw that there's an update. But yes. And seemingly also, I think, because Xbox also has had some
issues. Yeah, it
issues.
seems like Xbox has had some issues. PC, the high-end machines. But yeah, PlayStation 5 seems to be the platform where it was the most okay. But yeah, I mean, that's also where it's mainly what it's mainly made for.
Yeah, we almost got stuck yesterday also. I don't know, it wasn't a rock, but it was something else that we. Yeah, no, it's like well because we forgot that like the Powerball thingy wasn't there. Yeah. No, it's definitely easy to get stuck in that area. Hello. And JT. Beating it, do you mean like 100%ing it or just finishing the story?
I mean, either way. I feel like JT's close. We're close to 100%ing the game, so it counts. Yeah. But yeah.
Yes. I wanted to say something, but now everyone distracted me.
Oh, damn.
What was it? And what did we talk about?
A lot.
A lot.
Bugs.
Yes, bugs. No, it was something about that.
The map?
No. Probably nothing important. I will say if I remember.
Okay.
But so for the last part of the spoiler-free zone, we will talk about the planets in the way we can, and we'll leave most of them up, but just like the 2 major ones, so Kobo and Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
And other ones we're not gonna talk about. I won't be 100% until the game.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Yeah, I get that. I had 27% on Jedi, and I have 100% on all planets. Yeah, I mean, we have like, we are everything else 100. Then Kobo is like 90 something.
Yeah.
Jedi is also 90 something.
Yeah, I mean, really, we're only missing like some shards and on Jedi the scroll.
Yeah.
The scrolls. So yeah, pretty much other than that, we found everything else already. So
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, so quickly about some of the major planets. So Kobo, first of all, that's like sort of the main hub, I guess,
yeah,
of the game. And like, I mean, it's a new planet that's not been anywhere ever before, and I actually really like it, except the shiver peas who jump and scare me. Other than that, I really like all the animals and like the design of it and the colors and nature and everything. And what?
Scuba.
Oh,
Scuba.
yes, Scuba. I don't like Scuba. He talks too much.
I love Scuba.
Yeah, that's another collectible thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kobo, and then there's like a lot of varieties, so like swamp, forest, kind of desert, up in the sky, everything pretty much. So yeah, what do you think about Kobo?
Yeah, no, decent, good planet, decent design. I like it. Sort of similar to Typhon. I feel like just a
Yeah.
bit more, you know, water areas and stuff. No, it's really an interesting planet. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wildlife also there is quite interesting. But yeah, like for instance, like even simple things like for instance, them not having wampas but mogus.
Mogu.
Yeah. No, I mean that's very. They could have definitely also just made them brown and still called them wampa, but I think mogu actually has a nice ring to it. So yeah, no,
Yes.
I definitely like it.
Yes, and actually, I just looked at my notes. I didn't write anything for Jeddah, so do you have
looks-
anything about Jeddah?
Well, I'd say Jeddah is doing a very good job at looking like Jeddah. Like it's not really spoiling it too much, but yeah, if you haven't played, if you think about sort of the area where Saw Gerrera is, where we're sort of in the outback with the destroyed Jedi statues. That's sort of where this is located too. And like not exactly there, it's not the same place, but in that area. So that's sort of the scenery and where you are. And yeah,
Yeah.
it's also a very nice place to just go around, walk around.
Yep.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't think there's anything like no spoiler stuff that we want to say. Or do you have anything other than I
non-spoilers.
recommend playing it?
Yeah, no, I definitely recommend playing it. It's a lot of fun, and I think there is actually quite a bit of, continuous, or to an extent, I think there's quite a bit of replayability. Like I think I would be looking forward to playing through this again than with all the abilities
Yeah.
and all the sort of parts. I think that could actually be very cool or very fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, for someone who hasn't even played Fallen Order fully because game mechanics kind of threw me off, I really enjoyed this one. So yeah, definitely recommend.
Oh, look who decided to show up. I'm just here for a quick checkup. Is this game on any one of your top 10 list of games / Star Wars games? I mean, for me, I haven't actually played that many Star Wars games, so I guess it has to be on the top 10 list.
Yeah.
But for games in general, I mean, I'm not for this type of game. I prefer online games, so probably it's not on my top 10 list.
Okay, as a offline gamer and story enjoyer, yeah, it probably makes the out of 10 list. It's definitely not in the top 5, not even close, but it's in the top
Number
10.
10.
It's number 10, probably. I mean, I just played a lot more, LucasArts games, so those beat
Yeah.
it just out of
Nostalgia.
no, just because.
Just because. Okay.
Yes.
But anyone in the chat can answer this. And then...
Oh yeah, Barbs.
Oh, hello.
Hey. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel the same, especially with the combat. I think that's what threw me off with Fallen Order. It was really that, like, something about it just felt so off to me. Like, it didn't feel like lightsaber combat, but in this one, I actually really enjoy it. It's like they definitely improved on the fighting mechanics, definitely.
Yeah, and also when it comes to like puzzles, I remember in the first one there were some like major ones in the story. Here, there's pretty much
it's exploring.
If there's like one or two puzzles in the actual story, then you find the other ones.
Right. Yeah.
So I way prefer that.
But also these puzzles, and especially the ones in the story, are kept very simple.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I definitely like that also more about this because, like, yeah, I would not have wanted to do the puzzles in Fallen Order.
And yeah, that's what was it on the what planet was it? The second one. It was horrible.
Yeah.
I agree. Here you can just like fast travel also. So.
Yeah. No, I agree. That's pretty much those exact reasons why I enjoy Survivor way more.
So before we get into the spoiler stuff, I wanted to also quickly address this. This had nothing to do with this game, but we had a Vision stream like a couple of days ago, actually on Sunday, and yeah, we didn't really like too many of those episodes. And I will watch Young Jedi Adventures. He's not going to watch them because he's mean. Yeah.
Approve.
I will have a stream by myself about that.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So, spoilers?
Yes, spoilers. Now I will put up my spoiler sign. Where is it?
Oh, the spoiler sign.
There.
Spoilers!
And I will remove this so we can show some stuff. So let's go into spoilers. This is your warning. If you have not played the game, if you don't want to get spoiled about the story, then please leave and come back once you have finished the game.
This is your final warning.
Yes, and there is actually
there's actually quite a bit that you can get spoiled of, yeah.
And I'm glad we actually didn't get spoiled. Well, we played it so fast.
Yeah, I mean, first 2 games. Yeah, first 2 days.
First 2 games.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. So I guess just yes, spoilers.
Just start.
Just start. Well, I kind of wanted to talk about the different characters, and through that we can talk about the story, sort of, if that makes sense.
Okay. Are you starting by that order?
No.
Okay,
that's
good.
My notes are just completely all
over
the place.
Yep.
I'm not professional today. Oh, maybe we'll check out Young Jedi Adventure so we can have a stream.
Highly encourage you.
Please do.
Please do, so she stops blaming me for not being on that stream with her. Please.
Yes, I will cry if I'm alone. Anyway, where is the share screen? There. Oh, why did it?
No, you didn't share characters.
Never mind, it's not there yet. I thought it was already on the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not visible. No, you have to get closer.
I can just be here. Yeah.
Okay, so here we have Seer Junda. Is that her name?
Yes.
So I have to say that in the first game I didn't really like her. I thought she was kind of weird, and in this one I really liked her. She definitely grew on me, even though first when I saw her look I was like, okay, that's odd, but I actually really like it.
She fits way better into this, sort of setup though. Also,
yeah,
I feel like also maybe adds to it, but it did seem like she found her place.
Yeah. She would have been excellent.
Well, we'll get to that.
Yes. And okay, I'm like almost about to not say any spoilers, but I remember we are in the
we're in the spoiler area. Go nuts.
I'm gonna put also this because
yes.
Now you can see my spoilers, and I didn't think this through. Yes, her death theme was so sad. When Car was crying, I actually had a sing out here. Yeah, that whole thing was definitely, I think, well done. And then, like always in the story, Cal leaves, and then everything goes down on the hideout or temple or whatever.
Yeah.
And then when he comes back, like that whole scene was very.
Should we go by order maybe before we go over the place?
I missed the comment.
Yes, okay. Guys,
I'm sorry.
keep it in order, all right? You're throwing her off. Keep it in line.
Yeah, in the first game she was kind of like drawing the story, but you can see how this role was more natural in Survivor. I mean, she was sort of like mentor type character, but I mean, yeah, I agree.
I mean,
like the
well, I mean,
role
she
just
had-
made more sense.
Yeah, I mean, here it was more laid back. It was more like you going on a mission, coming back, and giving her information. So
Yeah,
yeah, kind of like a Jukasa character, really. Yeah,
yeah, just like mentor.
right.
Yes, and my only comment for Seer was that Seer died. Sad smiley. What are you doing?
I just killed a fly. Sorry. I actually killed it. I hit
good
it.
job. Yeah, and well, we got to play as Seer as well. I mean, I didn't get to play as Seer,
Yeah.
but what did you think about that?
I think we should go by order of how the story goes.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm.
No, I mean, it's your stream. You decide. I just think it would be more logical.
Okay, I don't remember anymore.
We start on Coruscant.
But we're talking about Seer now.
Yeah, I don't know why.
No.
Okay,
Good
I
work,
guess
Bounty Hunter.
very well. Yeah. Okay, I guess we're talking about Seer. Yeah. Playing as Seer was pretty cool actually. Like you get to play for her for a brief moment.
Percy completely disagrees with us. I mean, I also hoped she would have joined the crew as well, but I don't know. I just liked her sort of the way she acted more in this one. I don't know.
Yeah, but it was cool. Like she was, she actually had like a few different moves that compared to Cal, which was nice. They didn't just copy paste Cal's moves.
I mean that would have looked goofy.
Yeah, no, that would have definitely looked goofy. But yeah, no, she definitely felt badass. You also get a damage boost, so you kill, sort of any normal, or I guess the few different types of troopers. You kill them pretty much one slice. So you definitely felt also just in general more powerful than Cal in that moment. So I think that definitely added to it. But
Avela, what are you doing? Did you lose the script or something? Well, my script is like
all over the place.
Yeah, maybe I should have prepared a bit. Oh, and I just noticed, if you look at the screen share, we are zoomed in 66%.
Oh no! Bad
Yes.
things happen when that's the case.
Yes. What else?
Well, I mean,
Seer. It's
see,
bald
this
now.
is sort of. But how deep do you want to go? Because like, if we talk about things that happen to the character, that's like taking it away from talking about the story.
Well, we're talking about the story at the same time.
Yeah, but then when we talk about the story, okay, yep, go ahead.
Even though it was Dog Dudu's things, you could see Seer record the name on the pads. Well, where in Kenobi or?
I guess.
Oh yeah, I guess I forgot about the path thing. That's why she was there. Yeah, I have a very bad memory, and apparently I also have a very bad short-term memory.
Should we maybe do this by order of the story and then the characters?
No.
Good.
Okay, we don't have to talk about story. We'll just like talk about the characters, like just sort of how we felt about them. So I guess Seer, good, but why did you die? I'm sad now.
Very good. Vader, good job. I liked it.
Oh, in Kenobi. Yeah, I don't remember, but I believe you. I mean, that's cool if it's like.
I mean, they had Quinlan Voss on the wall.
Yeah, no, I
I
remember
imagine
that
they had a few others.
Yeah, but okay, yes, Seer, and next one is not Cal. It's
Wait, if we're not talking about story, then we can talk about the Vader scene.
Okay, well, let's go back then. This stream is very professional.
Okay.
Okay, Vader. Yeah, we already said she dies and Vader kills her. And you get to fight Vader again.
Okay, this is like the most... Okay, so the way it's set up is actually really cool because, like, you get a hint. I don't know what she's doing. She seems like this is no big deal. I feel like Vader is sort of, he's in the chat.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Vader. I got it under control. No. No, but like we were actually like before, like sort of the setup on how it goes. Like Cal gets sort of, like the whole thing with Bode goes down, and Bode sort of mentions to him that something's on the way, and you might want to try and get back and save his friends, or try to. So we were already kind of like, oh, like like, and then at that point, like he made a big deal about it. So at that point, I was like, okay, it's either the Grand Inquisitor or Vader himself. So yeah, that was like we were sort of like predicting it, but then the way Vader shows up with like, you fight off the enemies with Seer, you try to stop them as good as you can, and then that door opens and it's just Vader walking through. I thought the entire fight was very well done in general. Like they have a lot of scenes where it's like you see the height difference, and I feel like in a Vader fight, especially if it's against a non, I guess legacy character, then I think it's the most important thing to show the height difference. And it really felt it at times. It definitely felt like Seer was holding her own for a bit, but I mean, also you did feel how Vader was definitely toying with her, and really kind of enjoying it. I mean, these days he probably doesn't get to fight that many Jedi anymore, so he's enjoying the experience.
She was a worthy opponent.
Yes. But yeah.
Too late.
Yeah. It's not my idea. I'm just following along the lead.
Well, I mean, I don't like that she died, but
the way she
don't
died.
think you can walk away from a fight with Vader unless something happens where you like couldn't expect that to happen, and then that means you can run away.
Well, I mean, they already escaped Vader in Fallen Order.
Yeah, but
so,
like in that way.
Yeah. No, I mean, in that way it worked, definitely. But, yeah, I mean, it was sort of, I don't know, it sort of played into the whole vibe of that sort of pre-OT era, though, because it's like the whole thing of like certain cells starting to rise up against the Empire, but then they kind of get crushed down, in the middle of that timeline, and then everything seems even more hopeless than before. I feel like that kind of plays into it. They really started building up the path. They really had something good going on. They had the library. And then that sort of fatal strike against the path, and in this case also taking the life of Seer, really plays into it with like everything after that seeming hopeless, and the Empire seems more powerful than ever. Yeah.
I felt her that Seer dying in this held more to me than Eno Cordova, who's just as crucial in the first game. Yeah, but also I think him dying, that was sort of like a shocking in that way, because that was when Bode turned, right?
Right.
He showed that he actually was against them.
Yeah.
So that kind of overshadowed him dying.
Yeah.
But yeah, like actually I think Seer's that was done pretty well.
No, and definitely, and after she died, like the moment also when Sears, it was sort of an Old Republic cinematic moment when Malgus and the other Jedi like sort of do a move to stab each other, but then it's revealed Malgus stabbed him and not him Malgus, and this was the same thing. Seer sort of leaping towards him, and you think, I at first thought, I was like, what? Did she manage to stab Vader? But then it was like, oh no. Yeah, Vader directed it next to him, and Vader stabbed her. So it was really well done. And I think also the cinematic after, with the transition of, I don't even know how the transition exactly is. I think it's like when everything's still burning and Cal is there holding Seer, and then it transitions into like just ashes coming down, sort of to show the time. That was very well done.
Yeah.
Very well done.
Seer escaped while she wasn't escaping again. Yep.
Yes.
We're gonna not talk about this one.
Yeah. It's not on you, man. It's not on you.
Yeah, but yeah, that was Seer pretty much. I was sad that we didn't get to have her join the crew. That would have been
Yeah,
fun. But I guess, I mean, we got Vader, so
yeah. No, and as I said, it was very well done.
so now we can follow my very good planning. And what are you doing?
So many flies.
This stream is so epic. I love it. Yes. Now we can move on to
Bode.
Bode Acuna. So
Yes.
first note I had for him was that he's like a Mandalorian without the armor.
Yeah.
And I was wrong.
No. I mean, for the most part, in the beginning, he kind of acts like that, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, especially like as a companion role, because like you have quite a few levels where you and Bode fight alongside each other,
Yeah.
and it really I mean he's got a jetpack and he's got blasters and so like you could literally just slap a Mandalorian skin on it and it would still work. So in that way, yeah, it was definitely cool. I liked the introduction scene. I guess there we can sort of slide in the beginning of the story, which I think the beginning of the story is very well done. Like you fly in on an Imperial gunship, security gunship, and like you see like a few Coruscant security guards, and like you don't have really any context to it. Later you learn those are part of Cal's new crew, and Bode is one of them, and yeah, so you pretty much start with Cal and Bode.
Like also them getting to know each other because he's like the new guy, right?
Right, he's the new guy of that new team.
Yeah.
So there's obviously a bit of time that passed since Fallen Order to Survivor. But yeah, I think that for one was well done, and then overall, just the like we kind of said, like kind of from almost right at the beginning, like we really liked Bode in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like the bonding with Cal, it was like that sort of brotherhood like feeling to it.
Yeah, and then when the final fight with Dagon, you were like, oh, I'm a bit scared for Bode.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, no, definitely. Like you actually got to the point where you were like afraid that something would happen to Bode or something. And yeah, and like especially also because he mentions early on that he's doing all of this for his daughter. So yeah, that was just yeah, it just felt like a very sincere and heartfelt driven character. But then obviously what we sort of already mentioned, then at some point Bode reveals that he's been working not directly for, I mean, so he's been working for the Empire, but not in the straightforward way. He obviously kills Cordova and then sort of jumps off, which is also when he reveals that he's was a Jedi.
Yeah.
Which was kind of we did not expect that at all.
Like when they killed Dagon, I called it that he would be. I was like, okay, who's gonna be the final boss? It's gonna be Bode. And you were like, no, not Bode. And I was like, it's gonna be Bode, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I didn't expect him to be a Jedi. Like that to me also was surprising. Like I sort of expected, or I had a feeling he would be the. I really didn't want him to, but I had a feeling he would be the main or end villain. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was like a bit odd.
Him being a Jedi, the first reaction was like, "What? No,
yeah,
this is stupid."
Yeah.
At least for me, I was like, "Okay, come on, not everyone is a Jedi now. Like, what is this?" But I guess the more we got into it, and the explanation behind it, like, sort of makes sense.
It's sort of still out there, but I mean, it sort of works. So, like, sort of the story behind what Bode's history is that he was a Jedi during the Clone Wars, but more, sort of undercover.
Yeah, he worked in, what did he say? Was it like not intelligence or
no, like, well,
something like that?
Yeah, well, like yeah, it was some sort of intelligence where he was supposed to like infiltrate, enemy stations and stuff, and like he was working under, an like high-end officer who was also still in a high-ranking ISB officer doing, actually I don't know ISB officer then during the Empire. Initially though, when Order 66 happened, he used his skills to
disappear.
like make a new life for himself. And he met a woman, he fell in love, and they had a child, daughter. And then at some point, so he managed to live like on his own in that way for quite a while. But then at some point, like his wife, like he was out with his daughter, and his wife was like informing them that there was an Inquisitor. So they ran away. His wife bought him enough time, but yeah, the Inquisitor killed his wife. And then the like Bode like was seeking, I guess, protection with that ISB high up, and was kind of, that ISB officer was kind of making a deal that he would not be allowed to, because like Bode's deal was essentially like, okay, you keep us safe from the Inquisitors, like you don't say a word, and I'll do undercover jobs for you, because like help you with the skills that I have as a Jedi.
Smart.
Which is smart on his half. Yeah. Definitely.
Like they're not gonna look for him there.
Right. So yeah, the deal is like, his daughter Kata safe, and he's working for the Empire. And this is what then eventually leads him to being assigned to infiltrate Cal Kestis's squad.
Yeah, and then once he hears about like the, what was it called?
The
planet.
Yes. Stanley's.
Yes, the planet. When he hears about that, then he makes it his mission to get him and Kata there.
Right.
And then when Cal and the other one wants to like use it for the past and other people who are running from the Empire, then he's like, no, I don't want to. I want to be there alone forever with my daughter. Yes.
Yeah.
And if Z was also one of the bad guys, I would have been sad because I liked her.
Yeah. No, I really like Z. We'll get to it, but
yeah, and like I like, what I like about Bode is that even though he's obviously strayed from the path of a Jedi, like he is just like hyper focused on his daughter and her safety now, and doesn't really see anything else. He's still, and even though he was like infiltrating this like group and sort of pretending, he was still actually like Cal's friend. And then when you go back and get all the Force echoes, and you see that like he actually did care about them, but then in the end, like the daughter went before that.
It's sort of a very tragic. I mean, it's sort of, I guess. I mean, there are conflicted characters like that. I think it also, like he even mentions it, like the death of his wife really drove him over the edge in that sense of like, I guess, losing that common sense, because like, yeah, he could have totally, still been safe, even if the path was using the planet for themselves too. But yeah, I think just the fear of the Empire catching him because of that was just overwhelming. And yeah, like you see in some Force echoes you find afterwards, like you can hear Bo talking to himself, sort of like like kind of being like, oh yeah, like gotta make sure Cal's all right, and then sort of getting his mind straight again, then being like, come on, like you're getting lost in sort of the stuff, like get a hold of yourself, like you need to think about the mission.
To them to an extent, listening to the Force echoes, him playing, like I mean, obviously he was against them from the beginning, but throughout it he did like sort of still.
Right. Well, I mean, it was obviously there was a part of it where he was planning on gaining their trust, but I do also think that he did really. Tanalorr.
Yes,
thank you, Stanley. MVP. Damn.
Yes.
What would we do? But yeah, it was definitely sort of. Yeah, it was hard then seeing Bode as the enemy, definitely. Especially because they do such a good job of you liking him in the beginning of the game.
Yeah. Or at least for us. I don't know if everyone liked him. But
yeah. But at least we liked him.
He seemed genuine.
And
oh wait, that was
the one. Yeah.
It's okay, he got shot by Master and Cal knows Boba, he can replace his own machine parts.
I mean, he got shot 3 times.
And I mean, I guess the lightsaber he got, it was like Dagon's, wasn't it?
It was Dagon's.
Yeah, because in the beginning, first when he like pulled up his lightsaber, I was like, wait, like he doesn't seem like a dark side
Yeah.
user. Like he's maybe going down that path, but he's not quite there yet. So I was a bit confused, but then it made a bit more sense when it wasn't actually his.
Mm.
He was cool until he shot, and then made him a Jedi. Yeah, also still I'm a bit like not sure if I like the fact that he's a Jedi. I mean, they make it make sense, sort of. I mean, it makes sense that he would be sent to infiltrate a group with a Jedi, I guess.
Yeah.
And I mean, then you are also thinking like, why didn't he just like beat Cal? Like, or I guess no, because then
What?
the Empire would be after him too. Yeah, never mind. Yes, but I'm not sure also if I like that he's a Jedi. He could have just been, a guy, and then he could have still taken a lightsaber. Like that would have been still fine, and he seemed to be very good with fighting anyway. But yeah, I don't know. I do like the part of him like going to this guy and then like being under the protection of the Empire, sort of in secret, because they're never gonna find him there.
Yeah, I think Bode is just a very damaged individual. Like, I mean, for instance, like also like killing Cordova, like that wasn't necessary. Like he could have just ran.
Yeah, he could have just
He could have
the what was it?
the compass, yeah, and just ran away. Like those are like the points where the whole thing of like, well, he liked them, yeah, but I mean, he still was definitely a damaged individual. Like he shot him in cold blood.
Yeah, I think he was sort of going down the path of the dark side because he was afraid that something would happen to his daughter.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he sort of went down went down Anakin style.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Exactly.
Pretty much.
Actually.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And
like
that
just
makes
the
story tragic
just
too.
the fear of losing her, even though there's no realistic threat even at the moment in that sense. Like that already made him sort of Order 66 in his brain, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So in the way, it's kind of Anakin on a smaller scale.
Yeah. No, it's Anakin, just he wasn't able to destroy the entire galaxy.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but that's what makes his story tragic, because everything he did was for his daughter, even though it was like...
Yeah.
I mean, even she was also like, I don't like this place. Like, Tanalorr, it's creepy. And
I mean, we're alone there. Yeah, that's also like, I mean, was he really planning on living there alone with his daughter? Like, I mean...
Yeah.
I would assume she would want friends, but yeah. No, I think Bode is really a well-written character, I would actually say. And I mean, while I obviously don't like the twist of him being a bad guy, but in that sense, like, it's good because in a way it's like sort of that harsh realism. Because, yeah, I mean, some people have had stuff happen to them that then makes them make very bad and very evil decisions.
Yeah.
So
like, I think his story was well done, and him being a Jedi included. I'm also sort of with Percy on that. I don't like that everyone is a Jedi now in this time.
Yeah.
Even though, I know like there should be around 100 survivors of Order 66, and I mean that's why they had to come up with the Inquisitors and stuff, because there was enough of them to be need someone to hunt them down, sort of.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna yet start complaining about too many survivors, but I am also like every time there is a new one, I'm like, yeah, but I like him and I like the story.
Yeah.
And I mean, he also did sort of give up his Jedi-ness. Like, I mean, he tried to start a new life, obviously, and he doesn't have his lightsaber seemingly anymore or anything, so.
Yeah, I second that, JT.
I mean, the kind starts singing creepy Ghost Star from.
So, see, before the last boss battle against Bode, like, you encounter her and, like, you hear her singing from far away. I was honestly like, this is so creepy.
Yeah,
like,
it was echoing and everything.
Yeah,
they were, like
it was so freaking creepy. Like, just that small child
it's just
singing.
Sad.
No, it is sad, but it's like, it's like echoing. It was creepy. I was almost expecting Kata to jump in my face or something.
It's a good twist, just want less Jedi. Yeah, I understand that, but I think for now I'm still fine with it, and Yeah, and this is sort of a also very unique sort of survivor because he gave up on being a Jedi and he used because he was in a unique position in during his Jedi time he was able to.
Well, he had that connection to this high-end officer, which not too many had at all.
I've not come across this one. I don't know where that's from. But yes, that was Bode, I think, for now. I mean, we're still gonna discuss the story sort of overall a bit, probably. So he will come up. But then
Kara
Akuna. Yes. So I mean, we meet her pretty late on the meteor. Did it have a name?
I think it's just ISB base on the meteor. I don't know.
ISB base on meteor. if it had a name, please tell us in the chat. Yeah, that's like we meet her pretty late. Then obviously, Bode is like, pack your things, we're leaving.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And then.
It's interesting because obviously Cal and Marin and all those, they're not bad people, and they're obviously like being very nice to her. So it's kind of interesting how she really is like sort of along the way also like apologizing for her dad being so hostile because she's like, oh, they're so nice.
Yeah, and then when they come to Tanalor, then they meet her first, and then she takes them to Bode, and then Bode like is not listening to her at all when she's like
which is also a very Anakin thing. It's almost like when Padme is like, oh, I can't.
I mean that just shows that he went too dark.
Too dark. Definitely.
Dark side took him essentially.
Yeah.
Oh, I was hoping for an opera-assist cameo instead of just hearing his voice.
Oh.
But I really like that. I mean, he is a character in the High Republic stuff, so yeah, it makes sense.
I would have honestly missed it when we listened to it. She was then suddenly, wait, that's him.
That's the Spaghetti Man.
Spaghetti Man. Yeah.
Kara will be the first to learn the Force and Night Sister magic in the third game. It would be cool to play as her.
If she's Force sensitive at all.
Yeah, we haven't gotten any clues whatsoever that she will be.
Because she might just not. It's happened enough times.
Oh, hello. I'm sure she has something to say about the game. Yes, but yeah, I mean, seemingly Kara is here to stay, so
yeah.
And we're definitely gonna get the third game with Cal still being conflicted with the Force and stuff. So
right.
But we'll get into that, I guess, later. But yeah, I like her, and she seems like just very smart. Obviously, she's had a very tragic life so far.
Yeah, but overall very wholesome and funny. Yeah, no, I like Kara.
Sears Ghost on Count. I don't know if this is, or we haven't come across this. I don't know what.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but.
Yeah, but I mean, she's gonna stay with them. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Cal and Mary got a child a bit sooner than expected.
Yeah.
I need a grand the amount of emotion damage this game. Yeah, I feel that.
Imaginary hug for the internet.
Yes. Big hug to everyone who had to go through this tragic game. Yeah, but I think we both really felt for Kara, especially then when they have the funeral sort of.
Yeah.
She puts the stuffed animal that she got from her mom, I think, on Bode. That was just very sad.
Yeah.
We have not seen Sears Ghost. Where is it? Is it on Jeddah? Or where is it?
I mean, we're through the story. Where the hell would we see that?
Well, I mean, if it's something, if you go back. But we haven't been on Jeddah. We almost have completed Jeddah.
Nah, we've been in a lot of places on Jeddah, so.
Or are they just trolling us?
They're probably trolling.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, it would make sense if there was some sort of Force echo. I don't think there would be a.
Yeah, there was definitely no Force ghost in the burning.
After she burned. Or no, was it when he sort of heard something? Or did he hear it? I don't remember anything. I mean,
maybe it wasn't after the burning. Yeah, whatever.
Or maybe we're just being trolled. But anyway, how old is Kara Luke's age? I mean, she has to be younger because
Oh
mean-
yeah, she's a lot. Yeah, I mean,
well, not a lot,
Well,
but
but
like
si-
Bode was not with his wife when
yeah, when
Order
Order
66
66, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but also, I mean, this is like more along the lines of like first season of Rebels.
Yeah.
Timeline. No,
I have no
No,
idea
no, no.
actually where the story
yeah, no,
is.
it is pretty much like around probably the first few seasons of Rebels, because also like in Fallen Order, like Saw Gerrera, he's like sort of like the first time we see him in Rebels. So
Are you just trolling us, or did we
no,
actually
no,
miss
I've seen
something?
enough of like they're not trolling.
What?
Well, JT was saying that he was mad that why she knew how to do that.
Oh,
Yeah, no trolling.
what?
Yeah, maybe we just forgot about it. It's at the burning scene.
Is it okay?
Cutscene.
We were just crying so much we didn't notice.
Yeah, I mean that scene was actually like pretty sad. Like especially when Kata was like, putting her toy on Bode's body.
I remember, like, but I thought it wasn't. I didn't think it was a force because I thought it was sort of Cal
Yeah.
imagining her.
Yeah.
I remember.
I mean that's
now.
also sort of. Yeah. No, I remember because it's also like sort of like just that very stylized scene.
I
So
think Sir will be more there for guidance, not so much train Cal again. Yeah, and also I see it more as the way like
yeah.
sometimes Jedi can sort of hear like dead people in a way.
Yeah.
It's not so much like actually Force Ghosts.
Yeah. Because
okay, that's why I didn't get that there was a supposed Force Ghost scene, because I didn't see it that way. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no trolling. Sorry, I accused you of trolling.
I mean, not that it would be too hard to believe.
I get cancelled. YouTuber is accusing her chat of trolling, even though they were just being helpful. Oh, and Stanley's Nova Ground system hidden ISP on Frozen Asteroid. That's okay.
Very well done.
Yes. Kata. Is there anything else about her?
She's nice. I'm looking forward. We will be looking at her.
No. When's the last time Kyle ate? Maybe he's seeing things. Yeah, I think he's seeing things.
We will watch her career with great interest.
Yeah. No, but to still, I guess the Force Ghost. I just don't think it was actually the Force Ghost. It was just Cal.
I think I sort of remember it now too, but yeah, also because it was that sort of time lapse. Like there was a lot of stylizing and elements of making that scene. I also don't think that it was necessarily a Force Ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah. It felt a bit more, just Cal sort of remembering and maybe like feeling the spirit.
Yeah. No, and I also feel like if it was actually Force Ghost, we would see her in some of the stuff when you go back.
Yeah.
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 But I guess we'll see. Maybe next game will be called Jedi Sears Force Ghost or something.
Maybe.
Anyway, next one. Cordova, and I guess he wasn't really a major part. I don't really know even why they added him, because I was under the impression he was dead.
Me too. I thought the holograms were like, just recordings and he was actually dead. But yeah, I guess he wasn't. But now he died actually. So
yeah, which is sad because he was like cute grandpa territory for me. I liked him.
No, he was a very nice character.
Yes. Yeah, I was not expecting to see him. He was very wholesome.
Yeah. No, definitely. Also, just the interactions with Cal, because Cal like very much seemed to look up to him.
Yeah.
So no, it was nice.
I get where BD gets his cuteness.
Yeah. No, and I mean it definitely, like, even though we didn't get that much time with him, like it just makes Bode even more evil, because like Cordova was just being so nice, and also to Bode specifically. Yeah. So yeah, then him just shooting, and like he shoots Cordova like 2 times, I think. It's like, all right, man, you're done.
Most pointless character in this game. I like his hologram better. I mean, I sort of agree. He didn't really do much.
Yeah.
He like fixed the.
Well, they probably needed someone sort of impactful that Bode can just blast when he betrays them.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, it did seem like they sort of added him there for that specifically, because if he would just kill a random
Yeah, it would be like,
pilgrim-
hey, that's not nice. Come back here. This way it was like, I'll kill you. Come back.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Anything else about Cordova? He's very cute, and I'm sad that he died.
His lightsaber's pretty cool.
Yep.
You find his lightsaber.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
one of it's like not story related. You have to
No,
go and
yeah,
do other stuff
like-
to find it.
Right, like for instance, like Sears and Cordova's like lightsabers, you can find more like actual full set lightsabers around the different planets and maps. I think mainly Kobo, but yeah, a lot of them are really cool. Anyway,
Yep.
but yeah, I think that was about it.
That was Cordova. Rest in peace.
Yes.
Then Ravis.
Ravis.
So yes, one of the first two villains, I guess.
Well, pretty much the third. Well, okay, I guess the second after the evil senator on Coruscant, because this guy you meet when he's about to beat up Turgle in front of the saloon.
Yep.
Yeah. JT probably would have some things to say. Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. Not my gender. That's what I meant. Yep. Yeah, because I mean he's the same species as Dirge, who if you guys know the 2003 Clone Wars, that was like the bounty hunter that has the tentacle arms that can grow back together. Yeah, and like JT's like a big expert on it, but
Cool
yeah, essentially
character.
the species should like look way more, sort of frightening, especially in the face. Like it's more like sort of like I don't know, even know, like fangs, I think, and like it's a bit more freaky looking.
Maybe like they grow really old and he's like just like a baby, and
He's just a baby.
he will grow those things if he would have survived longer.
If he would have not been so hell-bent on dying a warrior's death.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I mean, I thought he was a good villain. Ravis died too easily and should have come back.
No, I mean, I don't know. Don't kill me, JT, but I don't really like the species because they're a bit too OP. So I like that you're actually able to kill them.
With cutting the head off.
Yeah.
Which is like sort of like interesting because like, I mean, obviously 2003 Clone Wars isn't canon officially, but I mean, there he gets, like Dirge gets blown up and he survives. From the inside, he blows. Yeah.
Yep.
You're able to kill him. No, I mean, for what his role is, I mean, he's okay. He's nothing crazy, but it's an interesting sort of different enemy type. And he's actually like been around since the High Republic, so
yeah. Or I don't remember how. I mean, he was like serving what was
Dagan,
like back then. So then he just
continued
doing
serving
whatever,
him,
and tried to find him, I suppose. Yeah, I'm a bit confused about like did he find him before Cal, or did Cal actually sort of wake him up?
No, I think Cal actually started waking him up because I mean he really seemed a bit confused about what was going on.
Oh, okay.
Bro cannot get cut down with a lightsaber like that. Flight I know into the sun of the Arabian. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel like the species was originally supposed to take.
Yeah, but I like that they don't. They're too OP.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty OP.
Yeah. Anyway, good night kisses to him. He will
Good night kisses to him.
And then the other
goofball,
Dagan, Gara,
our one-handed High Republic simp.
Yep.
Literally.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We are about to do that right now.
Yes, right now.
And
yeah, I mean, it was sort of like the got beaten in combat. Now his allegiance lies with him.
Yeah. And so for Dagan, my first note was that is bleeding a lightsaber that easy? Because when we like wake him up and then it's starting to be clear that he's not on our side, then he's just like, and then
he's like sort of like bleed. All right, it's done.
Yeah, but I just sort of in my mind make it seem, or like sort of for me make it make sense in a way that he's been in like a coma or whatever for so long, and he's still sort of in a somewhat cognitive state that he's like, I mean, not actually thinking, but unconsciously thinking, and then that way he's like becoming more dark side, and then that way he can do it fast.
I don't know.
I'm just trying to make it make sense.
Yeah, I just, yeah, I mean, that was definitely one thing where we were both like, whoa, it's that easy? Because like for me, like I always just felt about,
Yeah,
exactly, like I felt there was just some, specific, like, I just imagine you a Sith like being in a dark chamber, the lightsaber laying in front of you, then you take the crystal out, and it's like really you're putting all your hatred towards it and bleeding it. And that's like an intensive, like at least 10-minute session. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they're.
But yeah, this is sort of what I was getting at. Like, he got hibernated with the betrayal rage, and then.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe like sort of like even out of the back to tank, some of the hatred went into the crystal, and then he was just sort of giving it the final touch.
Yeah, but I don't think bleeding a lightsaber should be that easy. It's just sort of. It's a bit goofy in my mind.
Imagine like a Jedi just accidentally gets like a bit too mad, and then like suddenly like, oh wow, why is it red now? Oh, you really got mad that you didn't get those tacos earlier. Oh damn, that might be it.
Or like a Sith like taking your lightsaber and being like,
yeah, exactly. Like Jedi, give me your lightsaber. It's red now. Troll.
Yeah, but he was sort of, I guess. Oh yeah,
poor Cal. Cal just wanted to help, and this guy is like blaming him for everything.
Yeah, and for Strike, it was pretty much the same. Like you didn't really know anything. I have read the first phase of books, and so I feel like I do know the era and that, and I was telling you some fun facts.
Yeah, you were like giving me fun facts like here and there. But I mean, I guess I can like quickly say like I'm in the same boat. Like I have not read anything High Republic, and like not really seen anything High Republic. Like, so yeah, I mean, kind of went into it definitely with an open mind about it. Like for the longest time, I will say though, like one of the more interesting periods, was like pre-Phantom Menace. I always wanted to see more of that. I mean, this is obviously way more before like pre-Phantom Menace. But like sort of the temples that you explore and sort of the history you get. I mean, it's obviously all a bit vague because like it's forgotten knowledge and forgotten time period of the Jedi pretty much.
Yeah.
But I mean, what you see, I thought was very interesting. I liked the architecture of the temples. Yeah, no, and I definitely liked sort of I mean, you said that's actually a big deal at that time, but like sort of the idea of the Jedi at the time trying to branch out more into the Outer Rim.
Frontier, that's the whole thing about it. They're like expanding their influence.
Their reach, yeah. No, I mean, I really like that, and overall.
Honestly, I think that this game did a better job at marketing this era to you than any of.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Stuff.
Yeah.
The marketing has been so bad for everything High Republic. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. No, I must say I really enjoyed the tidbits of history we get of the High Republic here. And I mean, if this is like, what they're going for with like in the future with maybe Acolyte, like I'm looking forward to it, honestly.
Yeah, and like this is what I've been trying to say to you also, the aesthetic, like all of these build like the observatory and the laboratory and the temples and stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's sort of the aesthetic of the Republic, and obviously you see also the robes and stuff.
Yeah.
And I actually really like it. It just makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, right. Yeah, I mean, it sort of feels over the top in some ways with like how gold and shiny, some like even like his robes. But I mean, I guess in the sense that makes sense because this is like really the kind of even more so than the prequels, this is more a high point for the Jedi.
The golden age.
Yeah, the golden age where they're kind of almost getting a bit too greedy and like shiny and like we're Jedi, we're something special kind of, so
Plo Koon and his master Jawaki could show up. I'm sure you would like Plo Koon. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't say no to Plo Koon, definitely not.
Yeah, there was something I'm pretty liked the fight. Which one though? There was like
two. Yeah. I mean, probably the second one. The first one was pretty much just a naked man fighting Cal. A one-armed naked man.
Yeah, but he had that cool, like, he was able to, or he used the force to move his lightsaber, and then he
Yeah.
had like a force hand.
Right.
And like, even though those kind of abilities are a bit out there, but also with the High Republic, they have a lot more sort of freedom, and they have these pretty special abilities where everyone kind of develops their own stuff because it's sort of just more free, and the Jedi are at large, so they sort of
Yeah.
It to me it just makes sense. I like it. Something else. The little explosion was a tad cheesy but worked. I don't know what explosion. I don't remember. My memory is so bad. Like, actually, I'm surprised.
Well, I don't know. Maybe this was also referring to something earlier.
No, something about
this fight.
Yeah, I think so. Or maybe it was with Ravis. I don't know, but I don't remember any explosion. Anyway, that's
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
The third hand fight was annoying. The hallucinations he used on my mojo.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the one that like went up in the ceiling.
Where you went up in the ceiling, yeah.
I liked watching that one. I mean, I didn't have to.
You didn't have to play it. Yeah, I mean, it was okay. I liked how Cal used, you know, his sort of finesse of that sequence against him, and, you know, made his love interest appear, and that threw him off long enough for Cal to gain the upper hand. So
I'm surprised when he was able to realize Cal was in his memory and wake up. Yeah, I mean, that was also like pretty cool, and I liked how obviously we also got to sort of discover what was this Tenalor and why he was
the entire mission, really. Yeah, the operation, I guess.
And then I also liked seeing the like flashbacks or sort of the force echoes where the characters appeared, and then you could. What was her name? I don't remember.
You know, the one other, that he likes,
or the other Jedi that was with him that believed that he could actually complete the mission or stuff, and then
Stanley's,
and then he, I guess, betrayed everyone, but she still seemed to be like, they're still good in him.
Yeah, definitely. Sarah's comment. Yes, that one. No, Centauri not that one. Oh, yeah, Centauri Cree.
Yep.
I meant that other
this one.
Yes. From today forward, EA's exclusive reign over Star Wars games is over. So, yeah.
And they'll still make games, but it's not just EA.
Well, right. I mean, it's also about now it's an open pool for all sorts of developing studios that have a right to.
Maybe there is still hope for that.
That open world Star Wars game.
Online.
We can believe.
I want. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dagon. I didn't have any other notes on him though, but.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it though. I mean he sort of at that point remains to be a straightforward villain on Kobo. So
yeah, but he was also sort of it's not black and white because he obviously was like on the light side, and he was just trying to find this planet, but then that or I mean they also say it in the story like that his focus on that took over also, everything else,
and also like, you know, once it was getting obvious that, you know, that goal was maybe too ambitious and there were too many things working against him, that the Jedi Order decided to abandon the project, then he felt betrayed in that sense, and that sort of, you know, conflict in him just drove him too far to the dark side.
No, I think he was nice.
Yeah, no, it was an interesting character. Nice. I mean, it was sort of, I mean, obviously also because he wasn't stuck in a bacta tank for literally this entire time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, first I was a bit like, okay, you're supposed to be able to survive for this long, but I mean, it's bacta, so makes sense, I guess.
It would have been funny if you looked more like, you know, when you're in a bath for too long and then your skin gets all wrinkly, like if he was just wrinkle face. That would be funny if someone could make a mod of just, you know, Dagon wrinkle face.
Okay, yeah, I think that's enough.
All right.
Was there anyone else? Yes, Marin, of course.
Yes.
Yes. And first of all, I have to say that I didn't really like the look. I way preferred the way she looked in the first one.
Yeah.
And like the first thing I said when we like met up with her was like, is that really her voice? Because it feels so disconnected from like the way she looks. But then I got used to it, so it was fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I see. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think we're all guilty on that one.
Yes.
Yeah. It felt deserved.
It was a long time coming.
Long time coming. Yeah. It was definitely. Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah. I also like the entire story point of that, and I feel like that's something that's like an interesting point about Jedi and like sort of post Order 66 Jedi sort of learning that aspect, because like, I mean, sort of in the prequel era, you know, they're telling you you're not supposed to love in that sense, you know, not give yourself to someone else.
No attachments.
No attachments. But then in a way, you know, if the like that's a comment from a Jedi book that Qui-Gon makes a comment, like if the living force, you know, is the one, you know, giving the Jedi these emotions about you know, that specific person, then how can it be wrong? So, and I mean, really, there isn't anything wrong. You just can't.
I mean, it's the only thing is just that then you obviously become like vulnerable to fear of losing,
right.
Or something happening
Then you just
to it.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
that's the point of why they forbid
right.
it. It's not because it's bad.
No, yeah, of course, but then again, like you just gotta run the risk,
Yeah.
because like it will kill you on the inside in some other way. But yeah, no, it was a nice touch, and I liked how Cal was first like sort of conflicted about it, but
Yeah.
then, and that's, you know, something that Bode actually helped
Mhm.
Cal with, because Bode was like, listen, man, the Empire is evil.
Mhm.
We don't know how much time we got. Like, do something that makes you happy. So
Yes.
there's one positive that he
I
still
know.
put there.
It can grow back.
It can grow back.
Yeah, in this picture it's actually okay, but I don't know, when playing it, it just
Yeah.
looked goofy.
Yeah. No, I mean, there are better
But
haircuts.
that's a very minor thing, though. But
Yeah, no, I mean, but yeah, I mean, Marin doesn't really change that much from, you know, I mean, she's obviously a bit more free. I mean, she also says she's been traveling the galaxy and like, you know, making new experiences, and seems to found her purpose.
yeah, and she has a lot more powers.
Right. Yeah, definitely more powers, but yeah. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Cal and her are a good team, and in one specific level, like they're both working together to take down this huge ex-CIS, you know, Aqua droid.
That was honestly, that's my favorite part of the entire game.
Yeah, just that her using the portals with Cal.
Yeah,
That is
I
so,
love that.
well, I mean, first of all, I was so stressed playing through it, because you're like so, you know, you have to be so on top of it. But yeah, that was pretty cool. You know, a Jedi and a Night Sister working together in that way, using both of their powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty epic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. And the more I look back on words and contacts, the more I noticed that Bod was eating Cal out of one love, so we were both attacking when he's at his lowest point. I mean, that's also one of the Force echoes.
Yeah.
When Bod is like, oh, that's it. Like
this idiot is in love with her.
Yeah,
like or something.
That's
yeah.
his weakness or whatever.
Yeah.
He's tried
or no, he says something along the lines of like, I can't believe it was right in front of me. That fool's in love with her, or something. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. He was powerful enough to hide being force sensitive from. Yeah, I mean, but also because he sort of didn't use the force, and he gave up on all of that for such a long time, I guess. So, I mean, you can like sort of shut yourself away from it.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess in that way it's even easier because he has a jetpack. He doesn't, you know, need to use any special powers for like climbing and stuff.
And he's good with a blaster.
He's good with a blaster, definitely. Yeah.
And really, you can't use any force powers because then you'll be immediately outed as like a force user.
Right, exactly. So, yeah.
Yes. Was there anything else about Marin though?
Not really.
We like her.
Yeah, we like her.
Come more in
good stuff.
Good stuff, yes.
Good stuff.
Okay, was there anyone else? Oh yes, of course there is someone else.
There's the main character.
Oh, we still have. Okay, actually, maybe we should do someone else before that.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe we should do Grease before.
Grease.
Because sorry, Grease, but you're not the main character.
Grease lost an arm.
Yeah, apparently because of Cal.
Yeah, I guess the mission went bad and he lost an arm. We don't know exactly what happened. Yeah, I mean Grease. He's Grease. I think he's being very true to who he was in the first game. He's got a nice saloon going on.
Yeah, I think I like him as a saloon owner.
Yeah,
I mean, it fits him.
No, and I mean Grease overall is just very funny. He's that Italian four-armed, just sort of, I don't know, uncle. I think like sort of the uncle of everyone.
Yeah.
No, I mean he's very wholesome. See, Percy's also saying wholesome. Yeah, I think that's the best way to describe him.
Yes, he also is in that cute grandpa territory with Eno Cordova.
You and your grandpa.
Yes, I like cute wholesome grandpas.
No, he's funny. I also like the part where he's like holding like 4 DC-17 pistols, unless like sort of like, I mean, he's like the last one to join a fight, like an actual physical fight. So it was like funny him being like, holding all of those. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Oh no, I was saying we will stream for an hour. We're already 1 hour.
I told you.
So I think we should.
Hey, Cal.
Oh wait.
What?
Oh okay.
All right. The fifth brother cuts it off. That's nice.
That's nice.
Huh.
He has questionable cooking, apparently.
Yes, apparently.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Everyone likes Grease.
Yeah.
So back to Cal. And this is what our Cal looked like. He doesn't look like that right now. We changed outfit, but yeah. I mean, as I said in the beginning, like I really like seeing everyone's Cal, and well, I mean, you're mainly in charge of what he looks like. I didn't get to put a mullet on it.
Cal would have looked like a criminal.
I just wanted to see how it would.
You saw it in the menu.
Okay. Yes, Cal.
Cal.
I mean, that's who the story is essentially about. So
yeah.
I mean, I liked him a lot in the first one, and I still like him a lot. So good.
Yeah. No, I really liked, like, he's one of those Jedi that's like really rose up to be driven to do something against the Empire actively.
Yeah.
And like the game really starts off, I mean, basically with high stakes, almost heist-like operation. So like he's really, putting in the work to really try and hurt the Empire, and is also not being secretive about being a Jedi.
Yeah.
Like he's just showing and mocking the Empire for beating them. So I do like that. I mean, that just shows, for one, that Cal's like getting more and more experienced and like, training himself too, and really following along what T'Pol and Seer have taught him.
Yes.
He
had a glow up. In the first one, he was like small and cute, and now
and
he's
this
like,
young man, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, he's like 23 or something.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And I mean, it's interesting because just like Kanan and other, like, I guess, Padawans. I mean, we haven't really seen that many Padawans who survived, but they didn't get a complete training. So
yeah. No,
I think he's doing a good job.
Yeah, I think
I would be proud.
Yeah,
of him.
And I mean, like, what I really like about Cal is like they're not, just making him. Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. But they're like not making it just, that he's able to learn these skills and like he's really working for it. But also, like I sort of like that they give him, things where he's, sort of like I guess accidentally or like tapping into the dark side, and like giving him this conflict, but yet he's still a character that reflects on himself, and sort of realizing himself that is wrong. I don't know. I really like characters that are like thoughtful like that. So
yeah, and then when he learns like was it the like dash, like the force dash? He
Yeah.
sort of also reflects on something that happened in the past,
Yeah.
right? I don't remember.
I don't know if you're keeping it that vague. I don't know.
Like when you're on Jedi and you learn the double dash thing, then it's sort of something with seer and something.
Okay.
When he falls into that thing.
When he falls into the thing, guys,
yeah, then
help
he has
me.
like a force dream.
Okay.
Jedi Survivor is basically Cal's version of
Adulting sucks.
They gave Cal the Ratchet and Clank effect rebel hook, tiny robot companion melee, and combat
All right.
Yes.
I'll take your word for it.
Yes.
No, but yeah, really like Cal. Yeah, the story kind of gives you a heart attack, or at least me, because for a split second I was sort of questioning if Cal's all right, because like when Cal, when Bode betrays them and when Cal follows him and then they fight and then Bode pushes him off and like shoots him in the shoulder, like Cal falls off, like it goes into a black screen and then it says respawn. So first I thought I messed up the boss fight,
Yeah.
but then you respawn as Seer and then I was like, no. But yeah, no, I mean we sort of figured like that can't be the end, but yeah, short heart attack.
Yeah. I feel like I'm more interested in his work with Saw Gerrera and or Merrin discovering the path and terrifying the residents of Jeddah than the events of this game.
I think we'll see more with him and Saw Gerrera, and it's interesting because like he does sort of have that Saw Gerrera attitude, at least in the beginning of the game, with like sort of really trying to visually hurt the Empire. Because I mean that's really what Saw is going for. So yeah, no, I'm not necessarily surprised they get along together.
Yeah, I do love this story for Kasho, the more mature story, because that's for years that's what I've always wanted to see in Star Wars storytelling, especially in this era after the events of Order 66.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely one thing. This story is very mature. Like I think the writing in general in the game is very good.
Okay, maybe. Well, for me, it's all the shiver page that give me heart attack. Oh, yeah, this is what I was talking about. He had a moment where he reminded me of Luke, the way he broke down a scenario and reflected on Seer teaching him what it means to be a Jedi.
Yeah, definitely. And I also like how much, he's honoring Jaro Tapal. Yeah. Like the amount of respect and your gratitude he shows towards him are very admirable. Like, yeah, that's also part of why I really like Cal, just because like the people, like his friends and like close ones are so important to him, and like he recognizes how they impact him. So yeah, no, very good character.
Yes, and his story is definitely not over because, I mean, he sort of taps into the dark side when he fights Bode. I mean, you'll get the option of use the dark side. First time
I was like, no, I'm not using the dark side, and then he dies, and you have to do the entire boss fight again.
Yeah, so they force you to do that, obviously, because it's like a point in his story.
Yeah.
And then, like, you have the slow effect, and now after the story is finished, it's still on that dark side mode.
Yeah.
And first we were like, is it a glitch? Like, did it just, I mean, wouldn't it be too big of a surprise with this game?
Yeah.
But then we looked it up and apparently it's not. And yeah, so it just shows that his story is not over. He definitely is struggling with that, or like we'll see him probably like
hopefully overcome it.
Like hopefully overcome it. I don't want to see Cal become bad.
No, really not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, I'm just very excited. Like I think a few things that I really liked was for one, just him and Marin getting together. Like I don't know. I think that's just an aspect of post Order 66 Jedi that I think is important to show. Because I mean, you can definitely still be a good Jedi, or like actually a Jedi with that. So, yeah.
Had he never run into Turgle, he would have never had a quarrel with Ravis or a recently spotted awakened Dagon. This could have all been
It's
avoided.
all Turgle's
I blame
fault.
that
I
frog.
blame that frog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turgle, the ultimate bad guy, confirmed?
Yes.
No.
Turgle is a Sith Lord. That scene was so powerful. The ending really got me because Cal says, I'm scared. I don't know if I can do this. Am I ready to lead as a Jedi and steer them to... Yeah, okay, that's
Yeah,
the
okay.
Force Ghost that we were talking about earlier. That's not
Yeah.
a Force Ghost. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely is like obviously doubting himself. Like if he can really do this, he lost both of his like mentors now. So
yeah, but I also like then on the counterpart, I like that Marin is then sort of instantly saying like whatever it is you're going through, like we'll we'll do it together.
Yeah.
And also like that one time she's also like if you have those feelings again, then like tell me.
Yeah.
And also like because Cal is like sort of in that moment I think like breaking down about like like questioning sort of if he if he can control it, and is kind of like afraid of losing himself, like Bode and like Dagon.
Yeah, to the dark side.
To the dark side, and then Marin is like telling him like, if you ever like sort of saying like, I don't think you ever will lose yourself, but if you do, we'll all be here to remind you of who you are. Like just giving him that reassurance.
Yeah, no, I really like that.
Yeah, that was a really good moment.
Yeah, so hopefully Cal will be able to
overcome the temptation of the dark side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it in this game or was it in Rebels? Because we've been watching Rebels, so I'm a bit mixing up everything right now. But where someone said that every Jedi like faces the dark side like a lot or something?
No, I think that's Kanan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I guess that makes sense here too, where this is just like sort of a test for him.
Right.
Because I mean that's what the dark side is. It is very tempting, but you don't want to go there.
But I think that
that was
all the main characters
except BD.
Oh, BD, yes.
BD,
how could we forget BD?
He is my second favorite droid of all time.
Yes, I mean BD was very cute, and we didn't change him really at all.
No.
So because he just looks so cute, and
he is what is it called? Iconic.
Yeah. Yeah, it just wouldn't feel right to change him. Yeah,
it's okay if you do, but
right, we chose not to.
Yes, this was very important for this stream.
Yes.
Disclaimer, we didn't use. Oh, that's also something we didn't talk about, like the add-ons to BD, like the first Kobo Matter cannon.
Right.
And then
that was a funky one.
Thing.
Yeah, the Kobo Matter was a funky one. The electricity like shooting thing, that was kind of nice.
Yes.
Yes. MVP.
Yes, and I love the animation when a Cal goes down, like kneels in front of those where you can get like an upgrade or skill points, and then BD is just sitting there
sits down.
looking at
it. No, BD is being very cute.
Yeah, but in this game there's definitely a lot of like new mechanics, like the BD add-ons, and then the grapple hook and the double dash jump thingy.
Yeah.
Like they just add, I guess, to the experience or the gameplay, I suppose. So even though I haven't really played that much, everything I have done I really enjoy, except if there's a jump scare. But anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what this
what
is
kind
referring
of
to.
What kind of playthrough did you do? Breaking Bad Survivor Edition.
And yes, this game was amazing. I was very impressed. I'm blown away with it. Honestly, they exceeded my expectations. Yeah, I agree with that one. Like, even though I liked Fallen Order mostly because of Cal, I really liked Cal in that one, and some of the like story elements I really liked, but I didn't expect this one to be even better because usually part 2 is not as good. So.
No, I mean really, like I mean obviously I didn't play through it, but like I really liked the story of Fallen Order. But yeah, I mean obviously because I was able to play this one and enjoy the gameplay, like I really enjoyed this one. And yeah, I just feel like the story is just very interesting yet grounded. Like it feels grounded in the universe. It doesn't feel too, like over the top. Like there are stakes, and it's like, crazy stuff happens, but it still, doesn't break anything. Like, and I think for especially the intro with when you're like on Coruscant and you fly by the Jedi Temple with the Imperial banners on the side, and you see like, I mean, at first you don't know they're part of Cal's crew, but like the Coruscant security, like that armor in, I mean, pretty much live action. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like supposed to replicate the look of live action. So that was really cool. The entire intro, I think, was very well done. So yeah.
So you're telling me PD1 can shoot infinite electric pulses and combustion.
Listen, it's the Agent 47 syndrome. BD's got a prison wallet. Oh no.
It's a game.
It's a game. Yeah, the explanation is it's a game. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously all the goofy stuff that's happening is just because it's a game.
Right.
Because it would be boring otherwise.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if he had... Does he have binoculars?
Yeah. Well, that's when you press R and then you can press binoculars. What? We used it in the game.
I don't remember.
Like it literally makes you use it. Yeah,
Okay.
he's like looking through BD's head essentially.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I mean, besides the main story, I think my favorite side quest was the bounty hunter quest.
Oh, yeah.
You would not have talked about it.
It was in my notes, but my notes are messed up,
Oh,
so I didn't remember it.
Can we talk
you are
about
allowed to talk.
All right. So
First,
through
spoiler.
Right, yeah. If you played through the story but haven't finished like everything, or specifically the bounty hunter quest on the side, then I guess this is your time now to click away.
I'm with you, JT. I can't believe.
Well, anyway, yeah, that's unfortunate. I heard that from a lot of people. We fortunately did not get spoiled.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess like if you have not been spoiled and you haven't finished the bounty hunter quests, click off now. But yeah, you meet this like randomly while discovering things on Kobo. You meet Cage. She's a bounty hunter, same species as Kit Fisto. Really liked her design.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's honestly like low key. Like when it comes to shows, when you can watch it on the first day and then like people complain about spoilers the day after. I don't really feel with that. With a game though, because it takes time to play through it. Yeah, I feel like that's a really like just really ass move.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's just not cool. Really not cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's just not cool. And you're gonna click on that. Or you're gonna see it. You're not gonna click on it. You're gonna see it. So yeah. But yeah, so you meet this bounty hunter Cage. She kind of gives off like Cad Bane wannabe vibes almost.
Yeah, like
oh yeah,
robbed Cad Bane's wardrobe.
Exactly.
See, that's why she's wanted.
Yeah, because she stole Cad Bane's.
Cad Bane put a bounty on her.
Right. It all makes sense now. But yeah, so basically she's sort of, I mean, obviously Cal's wanted. So there are like certain bounty hunter guilds that are trying to hunt him down. Here it's the Brood. What is it?
The ones from the first game.
Yeah, the ones from the first game.
The Brood.
Yeah. So they're hunting him down, and she's kind of giving him hints on where they are. So you kind of, you have like an actual like sort of, like sheet of like all the different bounty hunters that you have to take down. And you take down a bounty hunter, you scan him, and then you go back to Cage, and she tells you the next location, and you do that until you got all of them. 2 like
big ones,
right?
Where you have to fight a bunch of people.
To get to them. So, but yeah, then in the end, you go back, and then Cage is not there. She's at the spot where you originally meet her, and then you meet her, and then Cage sort of reveals that like the bounty in the beginning wasn't high enough like on Cal's head, So really what she did was she was giving the bounty hunters the location of where they had to go to find Cal, and then she sent Cal to that location, and after Cal would defeat that bounty hunter, the price would go up. So then now by the end, when he took it down all the other bounty hunters, the price was high enough for her, so now she's trying to claim it for herself. You fight her for a little bit, and then it's sort of a standoff, like you sort of beat her, but then it's like sort of in a standoff. And then you hear a jetpack, and then you see some boots and some legs flying into frame, and then it's Boba, which, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, it's honestly, as soon as I heard the jetpack, I was like, because like I had heard, so someone on Instagram put out, like you saw it, like something like, all right, like no spoilers, but make sure to finish the bounty hunter quest as soon as possible, to not get spoiled. So we figured, okay, there's gonna be something crazy, sort of. So I was like sort of hoping for Boba, obviously. But yeah, then when I heard the jetpack, and especially when I saw the boots, like those boots with the spikes, like I was just like, it's him.
I recorded part of his
reaction,
but I didn't know that it was Boba either,
yeah,
so I wasn't prepared,
yeah.
unfortunately. It was pretty cute. Boba! No way!
Yeah, it was pretty cool. The scene was very well done. It was very much peak Boba. Also, a nice touch of it that I liked was, first of all, that it was the Empire Strikes Back armor that he had. So it's like the, pretty much only green outfit, like, or the green gauntlets, especially. But he had the EE3 from Return of the Jedi, which, funny enough, was like for a long time my favorite sort of setup. What I imagined if I would ever do a cosplay would be like the Empire Strikes Back armor, but the Return of the Jedi EE3. But yeah, anyway, the standoff between the standoff between Cage, Boba, and Cal was very well done, I thought. Yeah, we got ourselves an old Mexican standoff. Like all it was missing was the and a hay ball. Yeah.
We can get one of those mouths rolling in the background.
Oh yeah. But yeah, no, it was very well done, and I also like so the standoff, happens, like. I think Cage sort of throws the detonator. Cal like sort of pushes the detonator away. Cage shoots Boba in the chest plate. Boba, like grapples her, and brings her to the ground. And then like it's a standoff between Boba and Cal. And then Cage is sort of on the ground, like Boba and Cal sort of aiming at each other. And Cal's like, "You're not gonna leave me to him, or like you're not gonna let him take me." And then Cal's sort of like, "That's exactly what I'm gonna do," and like puts his lightsaber away, and then Boba slowly lowers his blaster. Is like, "Very well, Jedi." And then you sort of you can talk to him a bit for like after the encounter, and yeah, it's sort of like very satisfying the way the conversation goes, because it's like Boba really being like, "Move along, Jedi," and then like Cal is like, if you talk more to him, it obviously seems like Cal wants to talk, and Cage is like, "I don't think you understand that this guy is not exactly a friend of Jedi." And then Boba's just sort of like, "That would be an understatement." Like, it's very good. It's very well done. It's obviously Tamora Morrison also. Yeah, Percy, it's Tamora Morrison actually himself voicing Boba, so obviously it's perfect. Yes,
it was very funny because, I mean, afterwards when you could talk to him, same with the Purge troopers when you're infiltrating the base, when you're like, I'm your biggest fan, please can I talk to you?
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, it was like kind of, I mean, obviously like exaggerating, but
no,
like
not at all.
Not at all, no. But yeah, I mean, those kind of, I mean, Boba especially is my favorite character, so that was really cool.
Boba Fett.
Whoa, where?
Oh, that's sad.
Damn.
And I will say about the bounty hunter quests themselves, like except with the two special ones where you had to fight your way through, they were pretty repetitive.
Repetitive,
and,
yeah.
I mean, they all look the same.
Right.
Oh, and it's called the Hexian
Brood. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, sort of getting to that point is kind of, really, repeating, repeating and going back to Cage.
Yeah.
So it's like in that way, it's a bit repetitive, but I mean, the payoff is pretty cool. So
Yeah. But I'm very sad to hear so many of you got spoiled about that one.
yeah,
Because
I know, because like, yeah, I mean, I was like hoping for it, but yeah, we really didn't know and we didn't see anything.
yeah,
Um,
I'm literally
yeah,
deleting every social media app on my phone and disappearing off
yeah.
the face of Earth.
I mean, now that I think about it, I mean, the first 2 days when we were playing the story, I mean, it was pretty much us just playing the game nonstop, eating and then sleeping and then playing the game again.
Yeah, we didn't have time to get spoiled, and at that point, not that many people are.
Yeah,
but
also
pretty
like
much,
I didn't look at YouTube
No.
or even Instagram that much in
no,
that time.
we were
So
just playing. We were really into
Yeah.
the story.
no, we were hooked.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, yes, JT. Damn those scrap droids, those scavenger droids. Every time when they dig into the ground, it's just like.
No, the way you can also get them back is if you like rest at a like meditation.
Yeah,
point.
if you reset or like rest at a meditation
Yeah,
point.
but those are
really annoying because the thing about it is you can't use force powers to catch them. Like it literally says like somewhere like you're supposed to run after them, but the thing is faster than you, and
Yeah.
like I don't know, like sometimes when I like tried to slash it when it ran towards me, then it was, I don't know, for some reason missing, and it just ran past me, and then you're running against like after it anyway.
Yeah, and then if there's other enemies, then like
It will run towards the enemies. The enemies will ignore the scavenger droid, but then you're obviously stuck with the enemies. Yeah, it's a bit of a hustle.
Yes.
Yeah. Damn. Okay, maybe that's.
The last post before Baba is like this.
Oh, really? Oh, that's. Damn. What are you playing on Percy? Or did you say already?
I don't remember.
Yeah. That
Yeah, what
really
platform?
sucks. I mean, we really did not have any bugs that, affected gameplay in that way. Like, for
Yeah.
instance, someone not spawning or anything.
Yeah.
Luckily, that actually worked. But, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that sucks. But, yeah, anyway, let's sort of...
Oh, that's okay. Well, then that's
Damn.
bad because it's
Okay.
supposed to.
Yeah, it's supposed to
it
work
worked
like
for
that.
us at
Yeah.
least.
Damn.
I was hooked on the game the minute it released for me. I was glad I got early access and ended up staying after 2 a.m. Yeah, actually, we like didn't even really plan on buying it at launch, but then I was like, okay,
Well, you were, yeah. I mean, I would have honestly almost waited.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't even gonna like buy it at all, and I was like, I'll buy it for you if like I'm gonna make you play this game. I want to see how it goes. So then we just like we're like, okay, let's buy it. The date came out, and then I mean, for some reason he has really fast internet, so we downloaded it in like
For some, yeah, for
2
some
hours
reason.
or something. I'm used to having to wait like
Your
12
internet is
hours
just
for
potato.
games to. Yeah, but then we were able to play it, and yeah, we stayed up to like I don't know 6 a.m.
Probably, yeah, and played, yeah, for a while. Okay, maybe that's.
Specs.
I mean, that might fall into the category of like the high-end machines that run into
sorry,
problems.
your PC is too good for
Yeah, exactly. Like, what is this? Like, the PC is too good.
Yeah, that's the one like major sad thing. I mean, for us, it hasn't been.
Yeah, but seeing
problem,
like our friends, because like I was like even putting it in my story, sort of like, hey, people, like, make sure to not wait too long on the bounty hunter quest. Like, try and finish it so you don't get spoiled, because I figured there would be some assholes out there that would do that. But yeah.
Yeah, this is like feels like when people left the theater fucking loud that Vader was Luke's father. I mean, that's not really the same thing though, because those people probably were not thinking, they didn't mean to spoil it.
Yeah.
They were just very excited. But here it's just YouTubers being like, haha, I'll get
Yeah,
so many clicks
it's like
of this
content.
one.
Yeah, like people being like, no way, Boba, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate.
And then obviously the other part with the bugs and problems with obviously, I mean, it's a problem in general in the games industry where the studios are like being pushed, and I mean they don't have time to complete everything.
Yeah.
And we are blurry.
Yes.
Okay, this has been very nice, but I think We should end it because it's been 2 hours and no one is gonna want to rewatch this one.
Aw, was
I'm trying to make this live stream so that it's fun to be here, but then you can also rewatch them later. But if they're like 2 hours, then who's gonna watch them? You're gonna just have to watch them ×2 speed.
I don't know. I watch 2-hour podcasts on
Okay.
normal speed.
Great.
Great.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that's it.
I think it was good.
And yes, Jedi Survivor gets 9 out of 5 from 10.
What? 9 out of 5 from 10?
I meant
What is this funky rating system?
9.5 out of 10.
Right. Yeah. I'll give it a solid 8.5.
8.5.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about Star Wars games in general, right?
No, just as a game.
As a game.
Yeah.
As a game, yeah, I guess 9. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
And oh no! I'm gonna have to go back and edit and like cut that one.
Cut out that one.
6.9 out of 10.
Solid.
Very good. Yeah.
Yes.
Or actually, I probably shouldn't rate it that high because I wouldn't be able to play this game because of all the scary, what were they called?
As a viewer, you rated that high.
Yeah.
What's your probably
As
player
a
rating?
player, 7. 10 out of 10.
Nice.
And I'm hoping that the third one, which I'm hoping we will get,
yes.
will be just as good.
And even better. Yeah. But he's honest.
Die-hard Calcastus fan. Yes.
Yeah.
Calcastus
good character to be a fan of.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. So yes, thank you to... And not thank you to you. You almost destroyed the entire stream.
Aww.
No, thanks to Strike also, and go and watch his Lego videos. If he would ever post a new one, that would be nice too. Yes, thanks to everyone who was talking to us in the chat, and thanks to everyone who was just looking and listening. That's fine too. And if anyone is rewatching this, then very big thank you.
Most impressive.
Yes, I have noticed from looking back at my old streams that like it cuts away like too early. So I'm in the middle of still being like, thank you everyone, and then it just like dies. So I think we will just dance for a bit and so it doesn't cut out this part. And yes. And thank you for being here. I'm very glad that the Calcastus fan made it.
Yes,
yeah,
very well.
That's the title.
All right.
Sarah's new title.
Calcastus fan.
Yep.
All right.
And
since we said thank you, now we dance. End it!